Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Cranston. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're reacting to the New Boys God is Not Dead. I have no idea who these guys are. I just found them. I just happened to see the title and it just looked interesting. The title God's Not Dead. It's a very eye-catching title, simple but eye-catching. Because whenever it comes to religion and celebrities and music, it's always a big thing. And it's always interesting to see people different perspective on it. So I just saw it. So I was like, why not? So we'll jump right into it, guys.
In a statement released today, scientists have announced that based on their research, they have concluded that God is a myth.
Ooh, that's not gonna go right with some people. This is interesting. Man, it's just another animal. Damn. They're not technically wrong. I want to point that I saw this hit. I mean, first of all, sorry for pausing, but when it comes to gods, there are a lot of those arguments. Like that, like he just realized, how can a good God allow there to be evil? And and there is a true argument for that. I mean, a true argument to be made. How can, if this God is supposed to be almighty and all loving, how can he allow things like evil to exist? Stuff like that. And there's always those philosophical arguments that happen between people who believe in God and who don't. Now, me personally, I do have. Well, I don't believe in the Christian biblical God. I do have a relationship with God myself, and I've been through a lot of things personally, and I do believe in miracles, stuff like that. I've seen miracles happen in front of me. I've seen things that just, possibly that just can't be explained. But for me, I've always looked at it as, everybody has their own interpretation of what God is to them. Whether what does it mean to them? Because regardless of what religion you follow, it's always personal for you at the end of the day, which you truly believe inside your heart, and what that God represents to you. But like I said, like there are people bring all the time, like you said, how can if God's all loving good, how can He allow evil to exist? And I've always looked at it, for me personally, that God is neither evil or good. It is something that is beyond any of those things. It's beyond such things as good and evil. And for me, like I said, evil. I think when it comes to life in itself, my friends have always been, God gave us free will to make the choices ourselves. And whether you could say He's allowing evil to happen, but like if He just came down, or whatever God you believe in just came down and just erased all evil, like would that truly be free will, taking away the ability for people to do what people consider evil or terrible or bad things? Would that truly be free will then, if God were to do that? And just again, guys, it's just all those philosophical questions. But sorry, I just want to stop at that because I really caught my eye. That's true. This is really dope. It's like a rock and roll Christian music. That is true. Yep. 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 That's what I was just saying. And I guess like what we just saw there, like I said, I that's what I've been raised. That's also what I was raised to believe. You know that we are God, that we are made in God's image, and that at the end of the day, like I said before, God lives inside of you. You know, and and like the article said, God gave man the freedom to do evil. Because again, free will. Because without it, we would just be mindless beings. And that's why I've always looked at the argument of people who say, God, why would he allow evil to exist, or why would he allow this and that? I'm like, it's called like he gave us free will for us to live the life the way we choose to do it. Now that means some people choose to do terrible and bad things, and yes, that's sad and that's messed up, but that's that's what comes with free will. Like I've always believed that there's a balance between good and evil, as there are also cons, there are also pros, there are cons, there are drawbacks of things, to everything, and that's the way the universe works. It works with a system of balance. And like I said, in the day, while there are people who choose to do good things, there are people who choose to do bad things. Because at the end of the day, we all have our own God inside of us, and we choose what to do with the free will that we've been given. And I don't think it's fair for you to blame for people to say, "Oh, but God just erase all you." I said, "Yes, it's sad and it's terrible." But at the end of the day, if we're all God's children, He loves us all equally. How can He punish? How can He punish? How can He punish some of His children? You know, for doing what He gave them the ability to do. This is what He allowed us to do, and it's just such an interesting, just way of thinking. Because like I said, I was raised to always believe that we are God, that we were made in His image, that God, lives inside us. He's not some dude sitting on the. And again, I don't want to come any match religions, Christians or anything like that. But he's not somebody sitting on the cloud full of angels. He is here. He's inside us. He's all around us. He is the universe. He is everything. And you know, when it comes, to religions and in general, I've always believed that religions have led to a lot of bad things, a lot of wars, people being enslaved. Like religions have led to some really bad things, but at the same time, for me, it's always been, that there have been times, where people are going through so much struggle, so much turmoil, and they just can't take anymore, and they leave it to someone else, and that's why I've always never mind religion, I guess you could say, because like there's just certain situations like we just can't handle it anymore, and that belief in a higher power, that you can just release all it to, you would just let it go and just be like, it's no longer in my hands anymore. That gives people the strength to get through some of the most horrible things in life. That's gotten to people a lot of things. You hear all these horrible stories and people say, I prayed to God, I left in his hands and I was able to get through it, all these different stories. Because at the end of the day, as humans, in this body, in this mind, we can only take so much, and that ability to release and to just let go and just like, it's no longer in my hands, because as humans, we have a tendency to want to control everything, to always want to be controlled, to want to think of every outcome, but we just can't control everything. And when those situations, when you feel everything is falling apart and you're losing control and you're on the cusp of breaking, that ability just to leave and just be like, no, it's no longer in my hands, it's in God's and the universe's hands, I'm just gonna let it go. That saves people. That saves a lot of lives. So for me, that's why I've always said, well, like I said, good and bad. Well, yes, there are a lot of bad things that have came with religions. There's also a lot of good things to have come with it, and those good things are able to get people to do a lot of different stuff. So, but yeah, like I said, God is who you want it to be. Who is who you want it to be. because at the end of the day, you are God. It's inside you. We are made in His image. We are His children, or its children. You know, we are it, and that's what I've always been taught. That's what I've always believed.
Shake the ground with the sound of revival. Let heaven roar and fire fall. Come shake the ground with the sound of revival. Let heaven roar and fire fall.
This is interesting. I want to. Like, I don't know if they just make Christian music, but it's like a Christian rock type of band. I really like it. All right, guys, that's I'm stop here right here. That was very interesting. You know, I don't really listen to a lot of Christian music, and I haven't done a lot of Christian music on my channel specifically. 'Cause like I said, like Christianity itself is not the religion that I follow. But you know, one of the things, like I said, I was raised to believe. You know, I was always raised, you know, to never judge people. You know, like I said before, when it comes to whether you believe in God or not, that's entirely up to you. That is your choice. You know, whether, like I said, that's why, like, I've never been a fan of people who hate people who are atheists or who don't believe in God or any type of God. Because at the end of the day, like, God gave us free will. God gave him the ability to not believe in him, and that is okay. That is okay. You know, and because they have the ability to live life the way they want to live, because that's what the universe gave us. So hearing something like this, you know, hearing, you know, people talk about, you know, God's a myth, you know, and this and that, and he's not real. But it's like, is he real? Is he not real? You know, through all the myths and religions, you know, throughout our world, you know, I've always believed there's some truth in everything, you know, and it's our belief that gives strength, that gives rise to those myths and those, you know, our legends. And just like God, like I said, God's inside of you. So if you feel that, you know, that God's not there, or you don't believe in that, that's entirely okay. It's okay. You have the choice and the ability to do that, and nobody should be judged for that. That's one thing I said. Nobody should be judged for if they don't believe in God. That's one of the things I don't agree with. I don't agree with people who judge somebody just because they don't believe in the Lord, or they don't believe in this religion or that religion or whatever. Because at the end of the day, this person has to be to choose how they want to live their life. And you know, I'm not trying to turn it into a whole like for this also, you know, discuss or anything like that, because I'm about to end this. But I just want to get those pointers. Like I said, I never really listened to a lot of Christian music, but I really like this. I really like their style. It was like Christian music slash rock, and I thought it was really good. I really liked it. I have never heard them before. Like I said, I don't really listen to a lot of Christian music, but if there's more songs like this and more of this style, you know, I'll be more than happy to check it out. But thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed, I know it's just like a super old song too. It came in 2012, but I saw it. I just like, you know, why not? Why not react to it? So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to be thumbs, subscribe, and share, guys. Make sure to check out Lunos Christian Reveal. I'll also leave a link to the channel so you guys can go support. So you guys can go support them. Make sure to follow me and my social media, which will link below as well. Let me know your thoughts down below. Comment what you guys think of the reaction. You like it, love it, hate it. What are your own opinions, your own thoughts? Again, guys, like I said, I more than happy. Please express yourself. Just keep it, you know, kind in the comment section. Keep it civil, because I know how people can get when it comes to, you know, their beliefs. But let me know your thoughts and let me know your opinions down below. But as I crack some out, peace.